Eating out used to be an occasional indulgence, a Friday night treat after a long week, or a quick solution during a hectic day. But that's no longer the case. Dining out has become a way of life for many Americans. In 2025, the average American is projected to spend over $2,200 annually on restaurant food per person. That means every man, woman, and child is fueling a system that, beneath the surface, may not be worth the price we're all paying. While headlines highlight the latest food fads and viral TikTok taste tests, what you don't see are the lawsuits, food safety violations, labor issues, and consumer complaints piling up behind the scenes. Many of the country's most recognizable chains, with their glowing reviews, endless drive-through lines, and celebrity endorsements, are quietly failing the very customers they claim to serve. So, before you hand over your hard-earned money for your next fast food fix, take a closer look. Here's a breakdown of what's really going on at some of America's most popular chains, and how to spend smarter when hunger strikes. McDonald's, behind the golden arches. For decades, McDonald's has stood as a symbol of American convenience. From Happy Meals to 24-hour drive-thrus, it has mastered the art of feeding the masses. But what most customers don't know is that in 2025, McDonald's landed dead last in national customer satisfaction surveys. Not near the bottom, dead last. That alone should be cause for concern, but the details get worse. Local and national health inspectors have been filing increasingly serious violations across both city and suburban locations. This isn't just about unclean counters or slow service. We're talking about major safety breaches, the kind that should make you think twice before placing your order. And let's not forget what's in the food. The burgers, fries, and milkshakes may be iconic, but they're also heavily processed, high in saturated fat, sodium, sugar, and preservatives. Nutrition experts and healthcare professionals have long blamed fast food giants like McDonald's for contributing to America's growing obesity and diabetes epidemics. Yet, millions still eat there every day. Why? Habit, branding, convenience. But while the price might seem low at checkout, the true cost may show up later on a medical bill. Then there's the issue of labor. Employee reviews and job boards are flooded with stories about poor working conditions, low wages, and high stress. And when your team is overworked and underpaid, the result is predictable. Slower service, more mistakes, and lower morale, all passed on to you, the customer. Spend smart tip. If you need quick food, consider healthier deli meals from supermarkets or meal prep bowls from local cafes. You'll pay a bit more up front, but save in health and satisfaction. Checkers and Rallies. Health hazards in disguise. Checkers and Rallies are twin fast food chains known for bold flavors, flashy menus, and bargain prices. But behind their marketing glitz lies a story of repeated health code violations, food safety risks, and cleanliness concerns that are difficult to ignore. Health inspectors have shut down multiple locations due to mold growth, unsanitary conditions, and even sewage backups, yes, raw sewage inside kitchen areas. These aren't isolated incidents. Across the country, these chains are developing a reputation for dangerously dirty kitchens and foodborne illness outbreaks. E. coli and salmonella reports keep resurfacing, and still, nothing seems to change. The likely reason? Cutting corners. To keep prices low and service fast, they rely on the cheapest ingredients, minimal training, and high-pressure environments. The result? Lukewarm burgers, soggy fries, filthy dining areas, and bathrooms you wouldn't use unless it was a life-or-death situation. Spend smart tip. When chains ignore basic hygiene, it's time to walk away. Spend those dollars at a locally owned food truck or diner that takes pride in its standards. Often, the price is the same or better. Jimmy John's. Freaky fast and freaky risky. If you think you're playing it safe by grabbing a sandwich instead of a greasy burger, think again. Jimmy John's built its brand on freaky fast delivery, but that speed has repeatedly come at a cost. Between 2012 and 2018, Jimmy John's was linked to 5 major E. coli outbreaks, all tied to one ingredient, raw sprouts. Medical experts have long flagged sprouts as high risk for bacteria, but Jimmy John's kept them on the menu, and customers kept getting sick. In 2020, the FDA issued a warning letter condemning their repeated safety failures. And that wasn't all. Cucumbers from a contaminated supplier caused another outbreak, yet the company was slow to respond, seemingly more concerned with maintaining its fast image than protecting its customers. When you prioritize speed over safety, people pay the price. And in this case, some ended up in hospital beds after what should have been a simple sandwich. Light bulb spend smart tip. If a company has a history of ignoring federal warnings, it's time to rethink your lunch routine. Other chains serve fresh ingredients without risky shortcuts. Go with one of those. Jack in the Box, mystery meat, and management mayhem. At Jack in the Box, the problems aren't subtle, they're right in your face. From gray, tasteless meat to grime-covered floors and flickering lights, many locations feel more like abandoned buildings than bustling burger joints. Multiple customer reports describe foreign objects, including plastic screws and hair, found in meals. This isn't a bad joke. These are real complaints that often go viral before the company can clean up its social media mess. Some locations have even faced accusations of employees using drugs on the job. Combine that with inconsistent service, confusing menus, and a high turnover rate that leaves staff undertrained, and it's a miracle any orders come out right. Yet, Jack in the Box somehow still survives, mostly because it operates late at night when your options are limited. But is it really worth the risk? Spend smart tip. Craving food after dark? Stock your freezer with better late-night options. Heat and eat meals or prepped wraps at home can save you money, time, and stomach trouble. Whataburger, when tradition isn't enough. Once a regional gem with a cult following, Whataburger has started to lose its way. With over 75 years of history, this Texas-born chain was known for generous portions and quality ingredients. But lately, the reviews tell a different story. New drinks and shake options have rolled out to lukewarm reception, with many customers calling the flavors bland or bizarre. One reviewer summed it up perfectly: tastes like they mixed vanilla ice cream with disappointment. Add to that long wait times, staff shortages, and inconsistent food quality, and Whataburger is no longer delivering on its promise of made-to-order excellence. Loyal fans are beginning to ask, what happened? As the chain tries to modernize while holding on to its roots, it's struggling to do either well. Without properly trained staff or enough crew on hand, service lags and food suffers. Light bulbs spend smart tip. Don't get stuck on nostalgia. If a once great restaurant isn't meeting your standards anymore, your loyalty doesn't have to be unconditional. Seek out smaller regional chains or independent spots still proud of their food. What you can do: spending smart starts with awareness. All of this leads to one central truth: cheap food isn't always a good deal. Sure, fast food offers convenience and low prices. But when that comes at the cost of your health, safety, and satisfaction, the value disappears fast. Here are some smarter ways to spend. Do a quick health inspection check. Most local health departments post inspection scores online. One search can save you a stomachache or worse. Watch employee reviews. Sites like Glassdoor or Indeed give insight into company culture. If workers are miserable, service will reflect that. Look for consistency. Chains that vary wildly between locations are usually suffering from systemic issues. Choose businesses known for clean, reliable service. Support restaurants that care. Local eateries and mid-sized chains that emphasize cleanliness, fresh food, and fair labor practices deserve your dollars more than corner-cutting giants. Final thoughts: your dollars have power. Fast food chains may never disappear, and we're not saying they should, but we can hold them accountable by making smarter, better-informed choices. Clean food, decent service, and respect for customers shouldn't be too much to ask. If you're spending $2,200 per year on dining out, make sure that money isn't being wasted on dirty kitchens, foodborne illnesses, or gray meat. Spend smart. Eat safe. Demand better.